As technology develops, it becomes easier and easier for hackers to gain personal information about our lives. Here I will show you how 1984 relates with modern-day hacking with quotes. The telescreen received and transmitted simultaneously. Any sound that Winston made above the level of a very low whisper would be picked up by it. Orwell 3. It was even conceivable that they watched everybody all the time. Orwell 3. It was terribly dangerous to let your thoughts wander when you were in any public place or within range of a telescreen. The smallest thing could give you away. A nervous tic, an unconscious look of anxiety, a habit of muttering to yourself, anything that carried with it the suggestion of abnormality, of having something to hide. Orwell 62. In general, you could not assume that you were much safer in the country than in London. There were no telescreens, of course, but there was always the danger of concealed microphones by which your voice might be picked up and recognized. Besides, it was not easy to make a journey by yourself without attracting attention. Orwell 117. Winston kept his back turned to the telescreen. It was safer, though as he well knew, even a back could be revealing. Orwell 3. According to CNN, in the year 2014, roughly 110 million computers were hacked, about 47% of America's adults, and their private information was exposed by hackers. Businesses make up 40% of the targets hacked. Medical and healthcare entities made up 35.4% of data breach targets. Government or military targets made up 8.1% of cybersecurity breaches. Educational institutions accounted for 7.4% of data breaches.
Insulin pumps deliver insulin through a device that is attached to the body. They are mainly used by people with type 1 diabetes, which affects roughly 21 million people globally. Users say they like them because they make insulin injections easier and more discreet. But manufacturer Johnson & Johnson recently warned that its Animas one-touch ping insulin infusion pump, in circulation in Canada and the US, could be hacked, and that could lead to death or severe illness. The vulnerability was discovered by a diabetic employee at a computer security firm who used the pump.
I was curious about how these devices communicated. So I started to do some research and look into the wireless communication between the remote and the pump. And what I found was there wasn't any security there.
In David's case, companies pay him to find out if employees are leaving the company vulnerable. He and his team show us how it's done. Step 1, spoof his number so it looks like he's calling from inside the company, and then call tech support.
Hello, you there? Hello?
Hi, this is Ken. How may I help you?
I was wondering if you can take a look at a website I'm trying to get to. It's for a big customer thing I'm working on for Monday, and I can't seem to get to the website from my computer.
Sure. What's the website? I'll see if I can get to it.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate the help. I mean, it could be a stupid thing. I'm really stuck with computers, but so it's www.survey. That's SURVEY -pro.com.
Yeah, I got a prompt to open. I just clicked open, and I'm at the site now.
Here's what the IT guy doesn't realize. By clicking that link, he's just given David full access to his computer.
Whoa, okay, that's weird. I just hit it and it works. It seems like it's working fine now. Awesome. I don't know what you did, man, but I really appreciate the help.
Hey, no problem. That was easy.
That was it?
We're on this computer right now.
My main prediction is that as technology develops, then more people will learn how to hack into things, and people outside of the country, including terrorists, could hack into the government surveillance, and it could cause wars and fatalities because of one small hacking flaw. Obviously, the main solution would be to develop more security and better ways to keep our information private. But as technology advances each day, then we find different ways that hackers can breach into our systems and find these little loopholes to hack and steal our private information, and we won't even know about it.